Running late, sorry. Have you ever had one of those days? Well, I'm having one of those days. Anyway, thank you for being patient with me. So, it's kind of a surprise day. We are going to talk about, crystals. And we can thank Nettie for that. And I don't know if she's going to be with us today, but I hope she is. I don't see her here yet, but hopefully she's going to be here. Because she posted something in the group yesterday. And there was a puzzle, one of those word puzzles in the group, about post the first 3 crystals that you see, and you know, those are the crystals that you need, and I'll tell you what they mean and all that. Well, she posted about she posted 3 crystals. She posted amethyst, chrysocolla, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's my way. And moonstone. And I was going to get back to her today about those. Hey, Rhonda. We're talking about crystals. Hey, Erica. So I'm talking about crystals right now. So, Rhonda, this may be right up your alley. And when I was doing some research to get back to her about these 3 crystals, there was this commonality in those 3 crystals. And I thought, wow, this is pretty awesome. So I decided that I was going to talk tonight about these 3 crystals. So I hope Nettie's out there. So yeah, moonstone, chrysocolla or chrysocolla, I'm not quite sure if you pronounce it with a Y, long or short, and amethyst. So the one thing that is, there's a lot of things that are in common about them, but the one thing that really struck me about these 3 crystals that they have in common is that they all have something to do with feminine empowerment, goddesses, and feminine energy, which was like a wow to me, because I'm all about that. I'm all about that. I don't know if anybody out there is all about that. If you are, say yay, yay, because that's so important, especially now. We need all the feminine energy and empowerment we can get, in my opinion. Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about these 3 crystals. And if you know anything about these 3 crystals, please join in. And I'm sure, Rhonda, you might know something about these 3 crystals as well. So I'm going to start with chrysocolla, and I'm not sure, again, long Y or short Y. It's got a lot of green and little bits of earth tone olive, sometimes a little bit of blue, excuse me. And it looks somewhat like a turquoise, like a mottled turquoise. Hey, Lori. And at one time, they used to use this in place of turquoise. But it's not turquoise, and it's not related to turquoise. It's a totally different stone. This has a lot of copper in it. So this particular stone is actually a beautiful stone. It's one of my favorites. Is a great stone for communication. So this works really well with the throat chakra. And it also works really well for the heart chakra. And it's all about, this stone's all about expression and empowerment and teaching. And of course, that all has to do with your throat chakra, right? It's a calming stone, and I'm reading a few notes here because I had to do a little bit of research about this myself. I know some things about it, but I'm reading a few notes here. It's a calming stone that helps dispel negative energy. And it helps emphasize the power of our words. There you go with, hey Kim, with the throat chakra again, right? Anything that's got blue in it is good for your throat chakra, right? I've probably said that before. And this stone also is very good for encouraging compassion. And that's also something that we really need right now with everything that's going on in our crazy world. It's all about feminine energy, this stone. All about feminine energy. And this stone is used around the world by women in societies, especially by in societies where there's we don't have this so much here in the United States, but like elder women who pass their wisdoms and their knowledge on to the younger women in their society. And this is a stone that they actually wear or carry with them. It's a soft stone, so this is not something you want to have like as a bracelet or a ring. This is more something that you would wear as a pendant or an earring. But this stone is very good if you are into the arts or writing or are a creative person. And that is also the goddess that it is associated with. Now, to my mind, when I study goddesses, and I do study goddesses, Hindu goddesses predominantly, that would be the goddess Saraswati. Unfortunately, I don't have a statue of her. I have Durga and I have Ishel. And Ishel is a moon goddess, and we're going to get into her in just a second. But this would be associated with the goddess Saraswati in the Hindu mythological goddesses. So this is a beautiful stone. If you see it, find it anywhere. Grab a nice tumble piece like this, keep it in your pocket, or again, a nice pendant. Especially a pendant would be nice because then it would be close to your heart, for your heart chakra, or again, for your throat chakra. All right. Then the next one that Nettie asked about was moonstone. Now, moonstone is not to be confused with opal. Opal is a fiery stone, right? It exudes energy. Moonstone is a calming stone, and it comes in different colors. I happen to have gray moonstone here. Moonstone is, of course, associated with the moon, so it has to do with the tides and fluidity, and that's how it's associated with women and hormonal things, fertility, the flow, the ebb and the flow. And if you look at, my stones are rather small, but if you look at some of these, and it's kind of hard to see, you can see how there's like flowing lines in here. And if you get a larger piece, kind of hard to see, but you will see that there's beautiful lines that really flow, and there's sometimes flashes. This one has a little bit of flash in it. It's really pretty. So moonstone, again, a very calming stone, and associated with the goddess of the moon. And I had a hard time finding a Hindu goddess that's associated with the moon. but there are a couple, and the one that I could find is called Gwaten, Gwaten. There's not a lot of information about her, so I actually would have to do a little bit more research. But I do want to say that moonstone is a stone that is all about taking you on an inner journey to seek out what's missing in your life, to look deep inside your soul. What is missing? What are you trying to find? And look within. Of course, it's linked to the fascination with the moon. That's what it's all about, the ebb and the flow. And it's a stone, again, to keep in your pocket. It's good to have in your pocket. They used to make a lot of jewelry with it, rings back in the Victorian days, earrings, and they still do. But it's, again, not to be confused with opal. It helps with fertility. It also is associated with sensuality. It helps clear your intuition, gives you, actually it helps improve your intuition and clear your emotions. So it's a good one to have. And I do have quite a few, and I keep tumbles around the house, and I think it's a good idea. And again, if anybody knows anything more about crystals, please chime in and give me some information myself, because I'm always trying to learn. And then the last one that Nettie had asked about is amethyst. So this is a piece of a geode, an amethyst geode. So you can see it's got the outer crust, and then these beautiful points inside. Beautiful sparkly amethyst. Now amethyst has a lot of history. It's a master crystal, so it's good for so many things. I mean, I could do a class just on amethyst. It's just a remarkable stone. But I will say that predominantly it's for protection. Back in the day, they used to believe that amethyst was a way to protect yourself from getting drunk. So they used to make tankards and mugs out of amethyst, if you can believe that, to help you prevent yourself from getting drunk. But now it's pretty much used for calming. It's also used a lot for jewelry, of course, we know that. It's for your third eye chakra, your crown chakra. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that. The moonstone is for your sacral chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra also. Amethyst helps with mood swings. Amethyst is like your multi-purpose, all around stone. It just does so much for you. It's really a wonderful stone. It will help you listen to others well. It will help you articulate, and it helps you with mood swings, and it helps you with fear and anxiety. So if you have amethyst, you can have little tumbles. You can have a nice piece of geode like this. You can have points. You can have just a raw piece of amethyst. Amethyst comes in a lot of different forms, and it's just a beautiful stone to have around, and very, very powerful and protective for you. All right. Are there any questions about the crystals that I was explaining? Oh, I wanted to tell you one thing, how this relates to a goddess. amethyst, because they all had to do with goddesses. And I have to read this off my computer. I couldn't get it to print. According to Greek mythology, amethyst was a young virgin who became the object of wrath of the Greek god Dionysus. Yes, Dionysus, after he became intoxicated with red wine. When Amethyst cried out to the goddess Diana for help, she immediately turned the girl into a white shimmering stone, so that's quartz. When Dionysus realized what had happened, he felt remorse for his actions, and his tears dripped into his goblet of red wine. The goblet overturned, and the red wine spilled all over the white rock, which is the quartz, saturating it until it became the purple quartz that is now known as amethyst. Interesting, huh? So there you have it. Those are the 3 crystals. Hey, Ramona. Those are the 3 crystals that Nettie was talking about and asked about. And that is how they all have to do with goddesses and feminine empowerment and feminine energy. And that's what we need right now. Feminine empowerment and feminine energy. All right. Let's do a little yoga. So find your mat, grab your pillows, and that's what I'm gonna do. Back to my mat. Grab my pillows. If you have a bolster, that's fine too. We're gonna start off in butterfly. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Your knees are bent. If you need to support your knees, you can either put blocks under your knees or you can put your pillows under your knees. But what we're going to do is take a nice deep breath and then we're going to fold forward. Now, in yin yoga, we're going to hold this pose for 3 minutes. So you need to find the place in the pose where you can hold it for 3 minutes, so you don't want to go into the pose and not be able to hold it. So we sort of call this the Goldilocks place. You want to be baby bear, mama bear, or papa bear. Probably mama bear. And while you're in the pose, you want to remain still. All right? If you don't need pillows under your knees, you can put a pillow here, if that helps you. Yin Yoga is all about modification. Whatever works for your body and your skeletal structure. Relax your head, relax your neck. The intention of this pose is for you to feel a stretch or a tension, perhaps in your lower back and in your inner thighs. Slowly bring yourself upright. If you're using any pillows, you can push those away. Straighten out your legs and just sort of shake them out. Good. And now we're going to lay down flat on our mat. And just rest in Shavasana for a moment. Then bend your right knee, bring your foot flat on the floor, then bend the left. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. We're going to do thread the needle or supine pigeon, basically. So we're going to bring the right hand between the legs, left hand behind the left thigh, and pull that leg, that left leg, towards your chest. So here we're working the glutes. Slowly drop that left leg down to the mat. Bring the right foot back down to the mat, and now we're going to switch and do the other side. So the left ankle goes on the right knee, and you thread the left hand between the legs, right hand behind the right thigh, and pull that right leg towards your chest. And again, the intention here is for you to feel this in your glutes. You may feel this in other places as well. And you may notice one side feels different than the other. Gently bring that right leg back down onto the floor, and then the left. Stretch your legs out long and rest in Shavasana for a moment. All right. Now we're going to do a shoulder twist. And I believe we've done this before, so you should be familiar with this. What we need to do is you need to make sure that your shoulder, your right shoulder at this point is on the mat. Very important. You're going to be on your side. And the right arm is going to go out behind you like an airplane, so you're sort of like a T. If you need a pillow for your head so that your head isn't wonky like mine. Where's my pillows? Use a pillow. Make sure the shoulder is on the mat. The arm is out behind you like a T. Come up on your side. Use the left arm like a kickstand to help support you on your side. So your legs are out straight. You can stay like this, or you can bend the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Or you can bend both knees. Now if you bend both knees, it's a very intense torso twist, and it makes more intense shoulder twist. So you find the spot that's right for you. You can keep the right leg long. You can keep both legs long. Or you can bend the left knee, whatever works for you. Just make sure you have that left hand supporting you like a kickstand. If at any time during the pose it begins to feel too intense, you can just lower both legs straight. Now from here, we're just going to roll onto our stomachs and rest for a moment. So just bring that right arm down by your side and just rest. So now we'll twist the left. So you bring that left arm out to a T or like an airplane. Roll onto the left side. Use the right arm like a kickstand to support you. Again, if you need a pillow to support your neck and head, use that. Keep your legs straight if that's more comfortable for you, or you can bend your right knee for a torso twist, or bend both knees if you prefer a more intense torso twist. And that does make the shoulder twist more intense as well. All right, again, we're going to roll back down onto our stomachs very slowly and carefully. And bring that left arm down by your side and rest. From here, we're going to move into child's pose. So bring yourself up. Knees are mat width apart. Toes are touching. You're sitting on your heels. You can use a pillow. You can sit on a pillow if that's more comfortable for you. You can use a blanket underneath your feet on your insteps if your feet bother you. You can use a pillow in front here if you'd like extra support just to lay down on. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. But you don't need to use a pillow if you feel comfortable just coming forward. Slowly and gently bring yourself down onto your belly on the mat. Just fold your arms underneath your head and rest. And roll yourself over onto your back. Have your knees bent. Goal post your arms. Drop your knees to the right. Bring your chin to the left. For spine twist. Bring your knees to the center. Just lift your hips a bit and then drop them back down. And then bring your knees to the left, chin to the right. Bring your legs back to center. Stretch them out long. Bring your arms back down to your side. Take a nice deep breath. Sigh it out. And now find your shavasana. You need a pillow or a blanket. Now's the time to get yourself comfortable. During our shavasana tonight, I'd like to do a brief healing ritual. Place one hand on your heart for a few seconds. Then move it to rest lightly on the front of your throat. Now back again to your heart. Focus on the flow of your breath in and out. Repeat these words after me, either silently or out loud. I honor my power to choose respect and love myself. I choose to be me. I choose to love being me. I feel safe to know and express my truth. have courage in my convictions, and I act on my truths. I am comfortable having space in my life. I feel gratitude for being who I am. I can share myself with the world from a place of peaceful inner strength. I let go of what I no longer need. I am free to be happy, free to be me. My inner truth is easy for me to feel, hear, and know. As I live from my inner truth, my life feels blessed. I am meant to love and be me. I am a beautiful individual, unique and worthy of love. I trust myself. I like who I am. I am free to be me. I respect myself. Begin to bring your awareness back to the space that you're in. Bring movement back into your body, your fingers, your toes. Maybe give yourself a nice big stretch. Maybe hug your knees into your chest and rock a bit. Roll yourself on over to your side and rest for a moment in fetal position. And then use your breath and your arms and hands to bring yourself to a seated position. And keep your eyes softly closed. And consider how your body feels right now. A quick scan from your crown to your toes. Do you feel a flow of energy? Do Do you see light? Think about your feminine energy, your feminine wisdom, the divine feminine wisdom within you. It's always there. You just have to tap into it. When you meditate, seek your divine feminine wisdom. Seek that energy. It can change the world. It can change your life. Bring your hands to your heart. As always, you bring me joy and you bring me peace. And that is my wish for you. I wish you peace and I wish you joy. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight for the gift of stillness. And I know I ran a little late. My apologies to anybody who had to go. If you have another minute to stay, I just want to remind you that I do have a coaching package special running now through the end of June. My 90-minute empowerment package, empowerment, feminine wisdom, regularly $297 right now. It's $197, so check it out on my website, susanproperyoga.com. And if you have any questions, you can always message me or email me, info@susanproperyoga.com. And I'll be happy to talk with you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.